Welcome students. Today we will talk about how to write a basic program in computer graphics using C or C++. So in C++, whenever you write a program, by default it works in text mode. We execute the program and the final screen or the output screen that appears to us, it displays the output in text mode. Only text will be displayed in white color and no graphical shape, pixel, point that cannot be drawn on the screen. So this is the default mode in which our C++ works with. In today's lecture we are talking about implementation of different graphical shapes in C++ using some inbuilt functions. So this is a little introduction about the text mode and graphics mode. So the default mode, that is our text mode, it is used for displaying only the text. It virtually divides the screen into 25 rows and 80 columns. So the earlier Windows operating system or the Unix based system, they were using this particular segregation of the screen. 25 rows were there and 80 columns were there. But graphics mode, it is based on the principle of resolution. Resolution, we all know that this is defined as the total number of pixels on a screen arranged in rows and columns. So here I am giving an example of resolution 640 by 480. So this is the minimum resolution nowadays, even on the mobile phones. So earlier this was considered as a very good resolution. So nowadays we are working with a resolution of nearly 1900 by 1200 and so depending upon our screen. So if it is a wide screen, then we will have some different sort of resolution. If we are having a screen of aspect ratio 4 by 3, so then you may have some different sort of resolution. So but this 640 by 480, this is a very basic resolution of aspect ratio 4 by 3, and nowadays none of the system, none of the monitor will be sporting, will be working on this. Obviously that will be sporting, but will be working on that. So minimum we are working with a resolution of 1086 by 768. So that is nowadays the minimum resolution, I believe. So this graphics mode enable us to draw any shape, to draw the single points. It also enable us to color the shapes, to fill the color into the shapes. It also enable us to give some styles to our text. Now in CC++, this graphics mode is enabled with the help of Borland graphics interface files. We call it BGI files, Borland graphics interface, designed by the Borland. So these are the specific files which have been designed for enabling the functioning of inbuilt functions of C++ related to computer graphics. So when you once enter into the graphics mode during your execution of C++, then all the functions that are related to the screen or console, they will not work then you will have to choose the graphics related functions for that particular screen. Like clear screen, we use CLR SCR, we use it for clearing the screen, but when you are working in the graphics mode, this function will not work. You will have to use clear device then. So similarly, you will have to take care whether you are working in graphics mode or you are working in a text mode. Now this is the basic header file of computer graphics program. So graphics.h, this is the header file. So graphics.h will contain all the necessary information that is required for executing the functions, and it will give us the access to a function called init graph, init graph. So initialize graphics. So init graph function will enable your program to start working in graphics mode. So suppose we have written a 100-line code, and this init graph function we are writing on 60th line, 60th line. So then the first 59 instructions, they will work in a text mode if we are using the screen. So on screen those instructions will consider the text mode. But once you have called init graph on 60th line, so after that whatever screen related function we are working with, all those functions will work now in the graphics mode. So init graph will initialize the graphics mode in a program. So it is having three arguments. So one is the argument that is a pointer to the driver. Here is driver of your graphics card, that may be on board, so that may be a PCI card. So this is about the graphics driver. Second is graphics mode. Graphics mode is basically the resolution, on what resolution you work with. And then we are having path to driver. Path to driver is, this is the address of BGA files where they are located on your hard disk. So path of the BGA files on your hard disk, that is path to driver. So first of all, graph driver. So however, there are different type of drivers available, that may be CGA, MCGA, EGA, and many other drivers, VGS, VGA, but we use a keyword called a detect. So detect in caps we use in place of all these drivers, and detect will automatically find out what type of driver you are having in your system. So it will automatically find out the driver. You need not to remember, or you need not to find out which driver your system is using. Then we have the graphics mode. So as I have told you, so graphics mode, it talks about the resolution. So this also you need not to tell to your system. If you are using detect keyword, it will also be automatically detected. However, there are some resolutions that you can see. So starting from the very basic resolutions of 320 by 200. So nowadays we are working with 1024 by 768 resolution, so 256 colors. So and many more resolutions are supported, not only VGA, SVGA, XVGA, many more resolutions are supported nowadays by the systems. So graph mode, if you are using the detect keyword, it will automatically detect what is the best possible or suitable resolution available for your screen. You need not to input that on the second argument. Then path to driver. So path to driver, this is address of .bga files on your hard disk, as I have already told you. So this may be the error value in case there is some issue like -2, that is for unavailability of graphics card. So if driver file is not available, invalid driver is there, or if there is insufficient memory to load the driver. So these are the error values then. So then we come to the basic program in a C++. So this is a sample program that I have written here. So the first line, that is obviously graphics.h, the header file, conio.h just for the console related operations. So then int main function. So I am defining here two variables. One is gd and gm. So gd, I am assigning here the value detect. So remember, you have to write it in caps. So detect will be stored now in gd. So when I will call the init graph function on the second line of the main program, so and gd, so it will find out the address of the driver automatically, because I am using detect keyword. And then the second argument of init graph is and gm. So here also it will automatically find the graphics mode. So the resolution that is suitable for your program. And the third argument, that is about the path of your BGA files. So you will have to define the path here, where your BGA files are located. Generally they are in a folder BGI that is located within your C or Turbo C directory. So you may have a distribution of the C++ where the BGA files are located along with the library files or bin files. So if you are not having any subfolders in your CC++ folder, otherwise they are located in a BGI folder. So once I have called this init graph function, now my system will work in graphics mode. Whatever functions that are related to computer graphics, now I can call them, and then at the end I'm just placing get ch just to hold the screen, and then close graph. So close graph will close the graphics mode, and after that my system will return back to the text mode, and return 0. It will just complete the execution of the program, and I will come back to my screen. Now what are the functions that I can use after using the init graph? So there are some basic functions, computer graphics functions, that I have listed here. So first function is put pixel. So put pixel is when I want to display a single pixel on the screen. So here it is having 3 arguments, x, y and color. So xy, that is the position on the screen. Remember, we are having the origin centered on the top left, so xy we will give accordingly. And then int color. Int color is what sort of color you want to assign to that particular pixel. So there are many basic colors available, like red, green, yellow, violet. So the value ranges from 0 to 15. So you can check it out in the help also of CC++, rather than remembering the code of them, or you can just write the name of the color in caps, like red, red, or GREE and green. So you can write them in caps, so it will automatically get the code value for that. Or you can check out which particular value is for which particular color from the help part. So then void line. So line is for drawing the line, so obviously it is having 2 arguments, x1 y1 the first endpoint, x2 y2 the second endpoint. Get max x, this is to find out the maximum x value. Get max y is to find out the maximum y value. Get pixel. Get pixel is to find out the current color value. So current color value of a particular pixel on the screen. So then I'm having arc. Arc is a half circle or a incomplete circle, I will say. So for that I will be having the xy. I will be having the last argument radius, and starting angle and ending angle. Starting and angle and now what is starting angle and ending angle? I will just explain it to you. So like if I am having this is my coordinate system, then suppose my starting angle is 90 and my ending angle is 270. So starting angle is 90 and ending angle is 270. So now what will be the arc? I will just draw it. It may not be a complete circle, but you can have an idea. So here you can see this is the starting angle. Starting angle is 90. So I started drawing my circle on a radius given in the last argument. So here I will reach, this is my ending angle. Okay, the arc will start from 90 degree and will end at 270 degree. So that is starting angle and ending angle. So this is arc. Then the next is circle. So circle means for you are starting from 0 and you are ending at 360. So the arc which completes an angle of 360, that is called a circle. So x, y, that is the center point, and int radius, that is the radius of the circle. Then ellipse. Ellipse also having x, y as a center, and then starting angle, ending angle, x radius and y radius. Now this is what the difference from circle is. Circle will be having 1 radius and ellipse will be having 2 radiuses. So this is, I think, to clear to everyone, ellipse will have a different horizontal radius and different vertical radius. That's why this is an ellipse. If x radius and y radius are equal, that is a circle. And the starting angle and ending angle, like ellipse will start from which particular angle and will end at which particular angle. So like similarly here for 90 to 270, if I am drawing a ellipse with some sample x and y, so this is my starting angle, this is my ending angle. So I will be having some particular x radius, I will be having some particular sorry, I will this is y radius, sorry. So and x radius. So x radius and y radius I will have to define in my function. Then we have a color function called back color. If I want to change the back color of the screen, then I'm having the back color function. So these are the functions of C++. So now I recommend you to use these functions to draw this circle, draw this shape. So this shape is having one circle, two ellipse, one line, and you can say one arc. So by using these different functions, you can now draw this smiley. So I hope the functions that we have discussed, that is clear to everyone.